Recently, I read one of your reports on email marketing. Talks about the volume, even though it's an old channel, but it is very relevant. If you go to North America, that is still the primary commerce channel. Primary, not secondary, not tertiary. It's primary. Recently, I read one of your reports on email marketing. It was very interesting. I took a printout. I read it 2-3 times. In fact, my team also wrote a blog on your report. So
I'll be sure to tell the team that it's been read.
Yeah, and I'll tell you a lot of interesting insights which I noted. So great thing, the biggest catch on there that it has been created with learning from about 500 billion emailers, which is amazing, and it talks about the volume, even though it's an old channel, but it is very relevant. Some brands which I admire who do great emails are BFSI. I was at American Express, उसमें तो emails बहुत अच्छा चलता है. And Nike, Myntra and all also do it well.
They do a lot of AMP email
AMP.
also. Yeah.
So tell me, what is AMP emailer? Because let's talk about what's new in emails. You have mentioned AMP emails, shoppable emails when you were talking about this, and even booking FD.
In a simplest term, which I use to explain to marketers is email, which can have a functionality of an app, and there will always be limitation, but you can do complex journeys. So once somebody is opened, you can show catalogs without any redirection.
Achha.
You can actually get more information. So the information would be as simple as a feedback to your name, your interesting use case was, as I said, FD opening. The whole FD opening, which means via your KYC etc., can be input here. It will then fetch via an API. It will connect to the banks.
So it will not take you out of your email?
No, it will not take you out of your email. It will be done there. So there is no redirection, because that's the biggest learning, right? It should not be a redirection. Otherwise, it's one more click and 70-80% drop off. So no redirection. Second, if you have a statement that is sent, a bank statement, an insurance policy, open rates are very high naturally.
Yes.
But once you open, it's still static that you see. If you add a certain, what we call AMP or smaller amplets, which you can capture, if you're sent a life policy, you actually capture the car number or the vehicle number, and then you can actually automatically push the next vehicle insurance that they can get, right? So it adds as now a lead generation is possible. So every single, and AMP is nothing but, or in any of these technologies, and Google also started it, it's nothing but a way of saying, can we make email more interactive? Can we make it engaging? What brands miss out is that they have to first educate the customer that this is an email where you can engage with.
In fact, I was reading in the report, there was this one thing which was mentioned with AMP is the click without open. Okay, and then they defined that you have to track a click without open rate.
Yeah.
So if you could talk about how can a click happen without an open?
So our engines are now sophisticated enough to say differentiate between a bot open and a human open. The click without an open is actually more like a bot open. So I think with Apple Mail, typically what happens if you have an Apple phone and if you're on Gmail and you're doing this, there is a pixel that gets fired automatically.
Yes.
Whether the consumer has actually opened it or not. Those pixel firing is how any engine recognizes whether it's a open or a not. So your overall number of open rates might be very high, but within that, you will actually, when you go granular, which is what our engines are now able to do, are able to differentiate how much is bot and how much is human. Now, it is not to say that bot opens means there is a fraud sitting behind it, not at all. But it is to say these were people who have actually, if you're doing a brand building exercise, these are clicks which you've got without really, your brand impression has not happened. क्योंकि जो person था उसके पीछे, they have not seen it. You think they have, but they have not. So you take that cohort out and then you start testing more and more.
So basically engagement which has happened without the open pixel being fired.
Yes, exactly. And that is an important differentiator, and it's a uniqueness even to us where we are giving these reports bot versus not to even large brands. And then over time you reduce that bot percentage, right? You'll never be able to get rid of it, but you reduce it. To me, what is new is actually not just this. The second part is engagement on an email now can be tracked, in the sense if you have an engaging email and you've got a customer to do some activity, you have a game that you're playing and you're asking them to prod on this. Now, the ability of the MP to track how much engagement happened, how much time did they spend, what all did they click on. That is exactly like how apps mein hota hai.
Yeah.
That amount of intelligence you can have. So now you also know that suppose it's an engaging email, you have 5-6x more people looking at it. But most importantly, once somebody has opened and started engaging, we are finding 80% completion rates, which means they complete that activity and then they are going to drive a click for you. So now you suddenly have a much better analytics on engagement within the email. It opens up a lot of possibilities suddenly, right? It opens up possibilities of saying, can we now have the same conversion rate optimization on this? Yeah. Can we drive the improvement, improve the contribution of this channel itself? Yeah. Right? The multiple things. Yeah. And the latest and greatest, as Rajesh also keeps his neo mails, right? Which is saying, can we do action ads within an email? Can we create engagement, which means people should know at the top in the header itself that this is a game. See, the world's best things are things which are habitual and which are fun. Now, once people get hooked onto that, then every other form of commerce can still be driven by it. So can you start that? And that's what we are now attempting with a few brands today. This whole new mail concept where you do where you first create excitement by putting either a gamification, then by saying you create engagement by putting an AMP and something there which are an action ad, and then you can even create, this is inventory. So now we are also thinking, can we have a network of advertisers which can actually come onto that? So it suddenly becomes a monetizable asset compared to just being a email that you have to send out. So innovation is happening. I think, do we have to lead that front? Do we believe in it? I think absolutely yes. But coming back to it, every channel has a place. For brand building, there is a place that email has. For commerce, there's a place that email has, versus a WhatsApp, versus RCS, versus everything else. And I think it should be looked at objectively.
Yeah. I think so. What I liked about email, which you also mentioned, it's the most measurable channel. Yeah. Like in WhatsApp, SMS mein you only get delivery rate. In WhatsApp you get open rates, click-through rates, and maybe some more interactions.
Yeah, it's become very trackable.
But email is almost like total web analytics, or you said app analytics measures. And there are new matrices which you have mentioned which can go for. But email still is something, I think so, which Google kinds of owns because of the volume it has, while Meta owns WhatsApp in that sense. So great, yeah. It's good to learn a lot about your experience on email.